And looks like we're having some same UI. Oh,
No,
counters
yeah,
are
it's
counting
just
down. We're good.
the delay thing's just there for some reason. So.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone on YouTube. This is Magnus.
And Rosario.
And today we have the first match of round 2 of the monthly Mayhem tournament in May. Team Cinnamon Rolls versus Team Anxiety. On the left, we have Team Cinnamon Rolls with the guy who killed Apple on Drugs, FF Sin Snitch, and Made You Look. And on the right, we have Team Anxiety with Mick Misplay, Neon, ZLNZ, You Brother, and Andrew himself. So far, what we have for bans are Soraka and Jana for Cinnamon Rolls, and Anxiety has banned Oriana and Shen. I believe Oriana is definitely a targeted ban on Cinnamon Rolls.
Yeah, well, it's also weird because like just a lot of these teams, like from last week, a lot of the teams played her. You know,
yeah.
So a lot of these players really like Oriana, and she was really strong when she did get to get played. So, pretty good ban there. But yeah, definitely targeted. Shen, not too surprised there. Soraka, Jana, I guess they're really trying to shut down that bottom lane, so they must have a pretty good setup for what they want. But we did have a Cassiopeia ban for Cinnamon Rolls. She's really strong mid lane, not too surprised. That does leave Cassidon and Morgana, though, which could be pretty dangerous. And then we also have a Dr. Mundo ban. He's a really strong jungle, and a lot of high-level players really like Mundo. So, again, a pretty good ban. But that also leaves a Shaco open, which is a pretty decent potential because a lot of people don't like Shaco. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, for the first pick, the guy who killed has chosen Leona. And it looks like McMisplay is going to choose Alistair, although he has not locked in yet.
I was to say, I think that's why they at least wanted to stop the Jana, was from like all the knockups and stuff. And then Soraka, I guess, because since they have Leona, they didn't want that lane to have as much sustain. You know, against the Soraka, even if you get stuns off, if they're careful enough, Soraka can kind of fix all those mistakes. But an Alistair Corky pick, I think is a perfect pick against anything that Leona's going to be matched with. Because, yeah, Leona Graves, which is a really great bottom lane, but Corky Alistair is a perfect, you know,
they still have the knockups and the push around and the control that
and they have a lot of safety there, too. So
looks like we're going to see Sejuani again. FF Sin playing a great Sejuani last match. They really used her slow with the Frozen Mallet really effectively. So I think that's definitely a team choice. They like to use her, especially in team fights. Though they do say they don't always do well in the laning phase. They really pick their strategy around the team fight and really focus around team fights later on in the game. So next we have All In, and You Brother looks like All In is going to choose Nocturne.
Loving the Nocturne. I just got off of playing for like 8 hours or whatever, and I played almost all Nocturne. So
yeah, he's very effective. His ult really closes in the distance. Kind of you can surprise jump on people,
and he has a lot of paths that can avoid all the standard warding places.
Yeah,
which is really nice because then like if your team tells you, hey, yeah, that's warded, then you just take an alternate route and tell them, okay, you know, this is the line on where my ult is. Try to get them in that area, and then I can jump on them, and they won't ever know. I don't know how many times that I've had pretty good moments with that.
It looks like the pick for You Brother was Kennen. Kennen, a very solid AD or AP top usually.
Yeah, he can go mid too, but lately it's been pretty rare. But either way, he's still really great in team fights. And he scales a little bit better with AP on his ultimate, but with AD, all of his abilities and all the stunts and stuff can be really annoying because then he's just constantly dishing damage out on top lane. So.
It looks like Made You Look has locked in Rise. Definitely we're going to use middle for him. And it looks like we're going to see a Jarvan for top.
I think a Jarvan versus Kennen would be pretty good because Jarvan can build pretty tanky and he has a shield, so he can stop a lot of the harass, and eventually he gets strong enough to where he can start really bullying Kennen and just, you know, trading really well. So
excellent. And we are waiting on Andrew himself for the final pick of the match. But while we have Rise, it looks like we're going to have Galio. But we do have 20 seconds left, so we'll have to see if he locks that in. He has yet to lock that in, so he could be trolling, he could be messing around. We'll have to wait and see. We do have 10 seconds left before
I don't think he's trolling. Galio's a really strong middle, especially when he builds like super tanky defensive, which is good against Rise, because then all of Rise's harass becomes, you know, ineffective. And Galio can still farm pretty freely and still do a decent amount of damage.
And both middles are going to be really tanky too, because you can build Rise extremely tanky.
Yeah, you can still build him with that traditional build. They did change a lot of his AP ratios and stuff and modified him in the last patch, but he can still be built really tanky and still be really effective in the late game.
So, as far as summoner spells are concerned, it looks like we have 2 Ignites for both teams, 1 Exhaust, a Ghost, and Anxiety has not chosen a heal. It looks like they chose a Cleanse over a heal.
Not too surprised by that because both lanes aren't really built for super sustain. I think Alistair has a little bit of a heal, but that Cleanse is going to save Corki if Leona gets her ultimate off.
Yeah, and Leona does have the Exhaust as well, so she has her ultimate for the stun, and she also has the Exhaust to slow people down, so she's really going to be about controlling them.
Yeah, I think he's only going to cleanse the stun. Like, if he cleanses the Exhaust, then that's just not that great, because he can jump from an Exhaust, and his rocket jump still works. So he can just do that when she exhausts. But if she ults him, then he has to cleanse, because he can't jump when he's stunned. So.
Yep. And it looks like both tops are even. Exhaust and Ignite. Middle is the same. So they're looking to do some poking. Get some damage in, set up with some good ganks. We'll have to see how both teams got. What'll be interesting is how the jungles decide to play. I know both jungles are really good at setting up ganks, with Sejuani's slow and Nocturne's ult just coming in. But the key to their ganking ability really comes later on in the ults. Yeah. So level 6 for them is going to be very dangerous for the other lanes. However, Sejuani does have that slow as her passive, so she can usually gank a little earlier. Although Nocturne does,
he has a fear and he has movement speed increase, so he can gank just as effectively. I actually think the stronger thing will be if Nocturne goes for invades, because Sejuani is pretty tanky, so she may be able to live through an invade, but he can get in there and steal a lot of stuff pretty quickly and get out.
That's true, and we'll have to see how responsive the bottom or top lane, depending on where Sejuani is and where the invade is.
Yeah, that'll be really important.
Because if they're really responsive, then it could shut down any invade. And since Sejuani can tank it, she can wait for her team to get there, get the surround, and get the kill.
Yep.
So we still have about a minute to go. Just want to say, continue to, if you're new to this, like what we're doing, please go to facebook.com/monthlymayhem, add us on there. Follow us on Twitter at LOLmonthly. And also follow our YouTube. Our YouTube is going to be up. I believe we have fixed the problem, so all these matches will be going up soon. That is youtube.com/LOLmonthlymayhem.
No, that's...
it's not working?
Yeah, no, we switched to
different okay, we are switching.
Yeah,
what is the URL for that?
We don't know yet because we haven't updated the URL yet.
Alright, so we're waiting to do that, but we will have those up soon. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the time increase from that YouTube page, so we're going to have to get a new one. We did get the authorization code to do it, so once we have that information, we will put that out to you. Looks like we are going to hop into the match, and it is in the middle, so that's hopefully a good sign that this will work out well. And is it going to work? The whole screen went dark. I can't tell because it's still loading. Yay! It's in the middle. For those of you who are just tuning in, we have a constant problem where the actual client will begin, or will actually set up right in this little corner here. So you see a corner of the map and nothing else, so we have to like mess around with the video settings. However, that is not the case. Looks like we have some good skins coming out from both teams, the Mafia Graves and the Commando Jarvan, versus the Unchained Alistair, Hot Rod Corki, and Void Nocturne. That Void Nocturne looks pretty BA. I love the Mafia Graves.
Come on, Hot Rod Corki.
Yeah, it's pretty baller too. I actually don't think I've seen Hot Rod Corki. It's usually the Narwhal one.
Yep. I want the purple gem rise though.
Yeah, that one's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I got that skin.
It's such a random like change for Rise too.
Yeah, it's like it's still him, but it's so different.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think the Mafia Graves just works so well. He looks like what's his name from Boondock Saints?
Oh yeah, the father.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot what they call him. Crap, I'm a horrible person. I should remember this. Oh, well, you all know who I'm talking about. So,
Yes, you all know. Even if you've never seen the Boondock Saints movie and you actually have no idea, you know
Boondock Saints is that awesome.
that he is the, what do they call him?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I can't do it. I can't do it for life of me. It's going to come to me, but it won't happen right now because I'm trying to think too hard about it. But all teams are summoning. Hopefully we'll hop right into this match and there won't be a technical issue. If there is a technical issue, we will be kicked right out. And, ooh, everything's loaded. We're looking good. Let's hop in here. No one's moving just yet, but we do have a couple pings over here from, not Cinnamon, actually Team Anxiety. That's not Team Cinnamon Rolls. Team Cinnamon Rolls is blue down here, hanging out. We'll have to see what they decide to do. Looks like Cinnamon Rolls has left the base at the same time as Anxiety, so we'll have to see where they meet. We do have several pings over here. As far as items go, it looks like pretty standard armor and potions for the jungles, and then the boots, 3 pots for everyone else except for the support, which has the fairy charm, the ward, and the potions.
No pink wards on either of them. No.
Yeah. I think that enables them to get another potion, so I think they're looking for more lane sustainability. So it looks like the entire team of Anxiety has come into this bush, and it looks like we might see an invade. McMissplay, Andrew himself, you brother Neon, and All In running into the base here. And it looks like the guy who killed Apple on Drugs and Ephesus have moved down, so they're not going to see this.
No one's actually there.
Yeah. So here they come into this little tri-bush here.
So they got in there completely free. No one knows that they're there.
Yet there are no awards going down. It looks like Apple on Drugs and the guy who killed are backing off.
Oh, no. And now they're going to wait.
Oh, and here's Sishwani. FF Sin all by him/herself. Herself the champion, him the player.
Wait. Oh, and she's going to go Wolves first.
Yeah.
So let's see if they decide. If they decide to move, they're going to move at 155 or 153, something like that. Right as she's pulling, I'd probably say 153 because they do have a little bit of yeah.
Yeah. Here they come. Looks like all of Anxiety's coming in for an invade, hiding in the bush. But I believe they have been caught. They're all there, focusing down on Snitch, flashing out of there. And it looks like they're going to pick up this blue. We'll have to see if Sejuani and Rise are just going in for the invade here, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. SSN taking a lot of damage, but it looks like she's going directly for this blue here. And
I don't know if she's going to get to it, though.
She is coming in. Looks like Galio is setting up, and Neon coming in as well. Here comes Leona to help out FFSN to try and take this blue back and counter this invade. But I think they're playing it pretty safe.
Neon Nocturne's coming down. He wants to make sure that blue wasn't stolen.
Yep. And here comes Neon to just double check that. It looks like they decided against that, wasting a lot of time. They should have just made a quick decision because that's going to slow down FF Sin's jungle by quite a lot.
Yeah, that puts Nocturne already at 2.
Yep, Nocturne is already at level 2, way ahead of Sejuani, who just got to level 2. Oh no! He didn't get enough experience.
Oh, yeah, because they were all there for the
That's true. Wow, Snitch doing a lot of damage to you, brother. So we'll have to see. That was a great invade by Anxiety, really slowing down FF Sin's time.
She went all the way up to her blue, too, to see if it was still there.
Oh.
And it wasn't.
Yeah, she's wasting a lot of time. But we'll have to see if she can turn this around. If she can get some good, like, ganks, some good setups for ganks, she should be okay.
Yeah.
And as I can see from the dual screen, we are definitely streaming live. You are getting all the action right now. Let's see, how are we for items? Not much has changed at all, actually. Nothing. No one has gone back to buy. It looks like Snitch is backing off as he pushed his lane to the turret, which will deny you, brother, some of that CS. How are we doing for CS?
CS-wise, on the top lane, Jarvan is at 18, while Kennen is at 13. Bottom lane looks like we have Graves at 17 and Corki at 15, so relatively even there. In middle lane, 21 for Rise, and 17 for Galio. So again, still pretty even. I think the biggest thing right now is just I haven't played Sejuani a lot, so I don't know how well she recovers in comparison to Nocturne when she loses her blue buff. So
she is very mana dependent. When I used to jungle, I really liked her. Unfortunately, she is so mana dependent, and a part of her escape mechanic is that dash, which relies heavily on mana. A lot of her damage, she has that area of effect spell around her, which clears out jungle, so she's going to be hurting for a while.
Yeah. And it looks like Nocturne just gave Galio that blue.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
So he's going to have a nice little mid lane. Now, Nocturne himself, he doesn't require blue as much, because when he jungles, he normally only uses his Q to jungle, because his shield only gives him increased attack speed if he's hit by an ability, and his E is only used if he needs to clear something really fast and he has blue, or if he thinks he may die and he needs to fear the
it looks like All In is coming in for the game, but that Tri-Bush has been warded, so Snitch knows All In is here. Kind of waiting it out. Oh, he does the damage. Misses.
Does the throwdown, which I understand why some people do that, because maybe they want a nice little safe lane. They want to, but at the same time, telling them that you know that they're there means that they can guess where your wards are.
Yeah,
which is something you don't want to do. You want to play mind games. You want to make sure that they do not know if it's warded or not. Maybe you're just playing it safe. Maybe you're just backed by your tower, but showing clearly that there are wards in certain positions is never.
However, Nocturne doesn't know if it's here or here. Well,
yeah, but there's only 2 spots that it could be.
Yeah, that is true. Also, by doing that, you're also getting him out of the lane faster. Like, he knows I'm here, better leave. He could have actually not shown that he knew he was there and waited. That means Nocturne All In is forced to sit there, maybe like, I don't know, he might be pushing out now, and wasting more time, which would actually help out FF Sin's Sejuani a lot, just to try to slow down Nocturne's jungle at this point. Let's see. FF Sin is level 4. We'll have to see how Nocturne is doing. Nocturne is level 5. So, All In is ahead of FF Sin currently. Great Invade really shutting down that jungle for now. She's really not going to be able to recover until she can get a blue. But she has gone back. So, she will try to recover the best she can.
Her blue just popped.
Yep, there it is. And it doesn't look like anyone from Anxiety is able to grab it, because FF Sin is going right in there, dashing right in, doing a lot of damage, putting out all the mana that she can in to try and take this blue before anyone else can steal it. All In is doing dual golem, so no one's really there to take that up. Looks like Rise is coming in. I don't know if he's going to help or just try to take that blue. I've yet to decide. It looks like, she's going to give that blue to Rise. Great decision. It looks like Sejuani is doing well on the whole mana upkeep, so giving that to Meiju Look to try and battle Andrew himself, who did have a blue of his own, I think is a really good idea. Because while FF Sin is so mana dependent, she can kind of hang out in her jungle, just try to get a couple ganks when she can, play it slower, but helping out that middle, win his lane, is probably the best decision for her right now. What do we have for items? We do have a couple Doran's Blades.
Yeah, on Graves we have double Doran's Blades and a dagger, so he's going to be building his Berserker Boots. And it looks like Corki hasn't gone back yet. On mid lane, it looks like Rise hasn't gone back yet, and Galio also hasn't gone back yet, so no items for that one. We do have a Chain Vest on Kennen, though, to help sustain in that lane a little better against Jarvan, and when Jarvan went back, looks like he got a Doran's Blade. He probably also got a couple more potions.
Yeah, I see 2 potions there, but I don't know how many he had to use. He was harassing Kennen pretty well. Like, he was pushing Kennen back quite a bit.
Looks like Sejuani's gone with Ninja Tabby and a Fairy Charm, so starting to build up a Philo Stone, most likely. And we got the Philo Stone on Leona, and Alistair seems like he has yet to go back. And Nocturne building up armor, boots, and a vamp scepter. So he is building up his Virgo's Lantern and making sure he has boots for movement speed and stuff like that. So.
And it looks like Kennen just picked up Amplifying Tome, so he might be going for Wodo. It looks like the guy who killed coming in, doing lots of damage to Neon. Apple on Drugs, capitalizing on that, but not enough to take him out. Neon's still in the lane, but they did bring him past half health really quickly. And they still have a lot of mana, so they might be able to kind of catch him off again, but he does have that potion going. So he should be recovering fairly quickly. Looks like Graves trying to do more damage to Neon. Being forced
both
back.
jungles are 6 also, so
yep.
We could start seeing some pretty hardcore ganks from him.
And it looks like Andrew himself is picking up blue again, giving that mana and cooldown reduction to the middle lane. I think middle lane is trying to go back and forth as much as possible. How are they doing on CS? But before we go in there, it looks like we have a gank coming in. Andrew himself and All In are coming in. Apple on Drugs and the guy who killed all by themselves. So we do have the Nocturne ult, but here comes Leona caught in by by that ult. Looks like she gonna make it. Wow,
nice.
So close. She did have that potion going, and the Ignite was on her. We weren't sure. Here comes FF Sin trying to clean up 4-on-1. Not really sure. She does have that stun, taking down Andrew himself. Coming in, pushing back Neon, so we do have a 1-for-1 trade. Apple on Drugs coming in to help her out. Wow.
So that was just it was a little better for Anxiety just because it was a first blood.
Yeah, but at the same time, Cinnamon Rolls is coming in to pick up Dragon. The only one here to contest it is Mick Misplay. And here comes Apple on Drugs. It is a 3-on-1.
All he needs to do is get them to reset, which...
I don't think that they're going to be able to do that at all.
FF
Sin might die, but it might be worth
just switch to Graves. Okay.
Nice. Oh, they are picking up that Dragon.
Okay, so yeah, that was even trade there.
Yep, absolutely. A great recovery by Cinnamon Rolls. Really getting down that first blood and then coming back to get the kill and Dragon. And they are now ahead by 2,000 gold. So I think they're doing well in CS. Speaking of, how are they doing on CS? As we had to cut away for the gank. Oh, no. We're not going to see another gank again.
Okay, on bot lane, Graves is at 82, Corey's at 80. So that's actually relatively even with Graves. Well, they both have assists now. So, yeah, they're pretty much in a deadlock on bottom lane. Mid lane, Rise is at 92. Well, Galio's at 79, but Galio does have a kill. He also does have a death though. So I'd have to say, yeah, money's probably about equal there too. And on top lane, it looks like Jarvan's at 96, while Kennen is at 65. So Jarvan is definitely the one pushing the lane.
All In's coming in. We do have damage going down on Snitch, but Snitch is backing off. Kennen not there just yet.
I would say Kennen was too
Snitch
slow.
is really tanky. Oh, we do have the flash in and the ult. And the flash from Snitch is going to get him out. FF Sin coming in, slowing down you brother, focusing on damage. Both Snitch and FF Sin are so tanky. They are able to kill down you brother. All In is forced to flash away.
Yeah,
great play.
I was say Kennen was a little too slow there. That was his big thing, you know. Because no matter what, like Nocturne does a decent amount of damage, but he in the early part he needs the assistance from the lane, and especially with Jarvan. Jarvan's so tanky, even in the beginning, because one of his abilities is a shield, so he doesn't even really need a whole lot of items to become pretty tanky. And his items, he has gone with a Hex Drinker too, so he has a nice little shield when he gets really low, which is extremely nice. And
we do have the lockdown. Mage's Look is locking down Andrew himself, but Andrew himself is, Galio is so tanky. Oh, another lockdown. We do have the Ignite going off. We have the flash from Mage Look, doing a lot of damage, charging past that turret. Oh, a missed. A nice idea, but missed. FF Sin charging in, putting down that ult, freezing him up, and taking the damage. But here comes Nocturne.
Oh, no, he was too
far away. Aw. Trying to kill FF Sin to recover there, but unable to do so.
Honestly, I think that's okay, though, because it wouldn't have been an even trade. Because he would have Nocturne only would have killed one person.
Oh, looks like we have a ton of damage going down. Apple on Drugs able to take down Neon. Let's see that again in instant replay. since
he
we're
even
right
cleansed
here.
out of that too, and he still died.
Yeah, I think Apple on Drugs is just doing a lot more damage right now. Here we come. She charges in, cleanses out of there, but just taking so much damage and not able to sustain it. And taken down 4-1 in favor of Cinnamon Rolls, who are now almost 5,000 gold ahead. Closer to 4,000 than 5, I should say. So they are definitely 4,000 ahead, creeping up closer and closer to 5,000.
Yeah, Corky has a BF sword too, so I'm a little surprised that he's not doing relatively equal damage. Like I don't play Corky a lot, so I know that he can scale with AP too. So he doesn't scale like a lot of the other traditional ADs. You know, like Graves, everything. Like if you buy Doran's Blade, it directly affects his damage straight out, and by a large amount. But with Corky, it's not as clear cut because
we do have the surround FF Sin coming in. I do not know if she has her ult yet. She has slowed down You Brother putting down his ult to try and defend, but Snitch coming in, locking down You Brother, taking out You Brother or Yo Brother. Snitch taking a lot of those turret shots, but so tanky he was able to sustain through it. It looks like All In is coming in to try and defend this lane.
Yeah, so far all In's just all he's been able to do is play cleanup, and he wasted his ult earlier too, so he can't even get a steal on Snitch. Because that'd be perfect timing. Jarvan already wasted his ult. You don't have to worry about getting locked in. Go ahead, get the kill, fear Sejuani, and run away.
All right. Well, also, Graves does have those 2 Doran Blades and the Vamp Scepter, so he does have a lot of lifesteal, which is probably why we didn't see Corky do as much damage, because he's recovering it so quickly.
Well, yeah, but that Vamp Scepter is only recovering it off of auto attacks. Like, it's some, but I think it was more of the combination. Like, a lot of people don't really understand that Leona, in the early levels, does a lot of damage. For having no items, her ultimate and her other stun does a pretty good amount. And when her shield goes off, that's a nice amount too. So I also don't know if he didn't have any mana, because as soon as he cleansed, he should have jumped out immediately and he would have been safe. But he never got the chance to do that. So I'm not sure if he just didn't hit the key fast enough or if he was out of mana.
Alright, looks like we do have some pings in the jungle. Looks like All In is coming in to try and grab that blue. I think the guy who killed was trying to scope that out, but I don't think there's anything they can do to really pick up this blue now that it is so low in health. Galio coming in, taking that blue for himself. Another blue goes to mid. So I have to say, a great recovery by FF Sin. Early disadvantage from the loss of blue, and Sejuani is very mana dependent.
And to just, 3-0, ganking lanes like a boss.
Right?
Yeah, that'll definitely help. Hey, I need to get ahead again. Okay, let's just gank everything and have, like, perfect paths.
Yeah, absolutely. She's doing a great job. We do have the Nocturne going off, doing tons of damage to Apple on Drugs. The guy who killed is flashing out, trying to absorb some of that damage, which she has been doing. We do have a potion going for Apple on Drugs, and it doesn't look like this gank is going to be good for Anxiety, as Meiji Look and FSN are coming in to try to push us back. Snitch also down here, so we do have a whole team down here. Kennen,
Very
brother,
good dragon timer.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to do so much dragon damage to the dragon. I don't think Yo Brother is going to be able to make it in time to do anything. Here comes Andrew himself, but it is too late. We do have the team fight. However, Anxiety has been separated. We do have the several ults going down, shutting down both Jarvan and Sejuani. And now they're chasing Apple on Drugs. A great engage by Anxiety, keeping them in this match. Really catching... Oh, we do have the flash coming in, but Apple on Drugs has made it to his turret, but he isn't able... He turns. I don't know why he turned there.
He got feared by Nocturne.
Oh, he got the fear from Nocturne. That's what it was. I saw him turn into them and just be like, oh, hey, I'm dead.
Nocturne missed his cue, so I didn't think he was going to catch up, but then he flashed. And
yeah, we do have that flare.
That fear put him right in front of everyone, so...
Wow.
Great fear by Nocturne.
A dragon pickup from Cinnamon Rolls turns into a 3-0 in favor of Anxiety. They're still about 5,000 behind, though, in gold, but they have caught up in kills almost completely. It is now 5-4 in favor of Cinnamon Rolls. A great play by Anxiety. Really a great engage, just waiting for them to kind of disperse and get out of position, and then coming in for the kill.
Yeah, once that Galileo ult went off and Corky jumped in, 2 people like died immediately.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Cannon ult went off too, which stunned everyone.
Yep. Well, they had the Galileo ult taunting. They had the Cannon ult stunning, and damage all around. Just great teamwork from Anxiety, keeping them in this match. Looks like all in.
Off guard, though.
Yeah, he has been caught off guard. However, Andrew himself is there to try and help him out. Snitch coming in. We do have the stun. Tons of damage from Meiji Look. Snitch picking up the kill, and it looks like Sejuani is pushing back Andrew himself. So a failed invade from All In is going to help out Cinnamon Rolls, and also they're going to be able to pick up that blue, no problem. Looks like Apple on Drugs and Neon are duking it out. Let's see, how are we doing for items?
Bottom lane, we got, looks like Graves is starting to finish up his Infinity Edge. He has the pickaxe, so he should be getting his. Well, we'll probably just build. I don't know if he'll sell his Doran's Blade and pick up his Crit Cloak, or if he'll just wait it out and then get the IE altogether without selling any of those Dorans. And on the opposite side, Corky has also gotten all those items, so going to be waiting for that 375 for that IE, so we should see that pretty soon. CS-wise, they were both relatively even, and they both have...
looks like we have a gank coming in, but unfortunately, you brother sees that. Not going to pan out for FF Sin, hanging out by the turret, knowing that Snitch and Sejuani can both tank that very easily, so just trying to poke, do some damage. Anyway, back items.
Let's see if we can. Okay, actually, let's go back. On top lane, Kennen has gone with. He still only has his revolver and that armor, so it looks like he hasn't bought yet. I'm not sure how much money he's sitting on, but
he's sitting on over 1,000.
Yeah, so
and he just bought something.
Yeah, he just bought his Needlessly Large Red, which I'm a little surprised about that he went with Needlessly Large Red instead of finishing out his Woda.
Good Andrew himself being chased away by Meiji Look. Looks like Snitch is running in, but Andrew himself too fast, gonna get out of there.
So fast. Jarvan is gone. Again, Hex Drinker, Phage, probably building in the Frozen Mallet next. And in mid lane, Rise has gone with a Rod of Ages and then the Mana Crystal for the Archangel Staff, so getting lots of mana, which will always help them out pretty good.
And it looks like the second turret might go down fairly soon in favor of Cinnamon Rolls, as they are 3-on-2 pushing. But here comes you, brother, trying to help out. Unfortunately, it's a little too late. We do have several pings in the middle here. Looks like Anxiety is going to group up faster, but ooh, great play from Cinnamon Rolls, not running into the river, being like, hey, we need to group up now. Coming in around instead of through. Probably preventing Anxiety from picking up any more kills, as now Cinnamon Rolls is ahead by 6,000 gold. So they are still creeping up. As far as CS, it looks like they're generally ahead.
Yeah, top lane they're ahead, middle lane Rise is up a little bit ahead. Bottom lane, yeah, no, they're not really that much ahead. You know?
No, Corky does have several assists. As does Galio, has 2 kills and 2 assists. 2 Rises, 2 assists. So
yeah. So I think it's definitely the kills, and then like breaking like killing streaks and sprees and stuff. So.
Yeah, the shutdowns really helped out Anxiety, as they get a lot more gold and experience now from doing that.
Yep.
Especially when the other champion is higher level than you.
Yes.
So it looks like we're going for a fairly little bit longer of a match. I don't see any real snowball just yet, even though Cinnamon Rolls is ahead in gold by quite a bit.
Yeah, it's at the point where it's still manageable. Like one good team fight could put Anxiety completely back in this match, but they are still playing on the defensive end. You know.
Well, this is a best of one. We do have best of ones until the semifinals. So we have one more week of best of one. So they are playing very defensively. Mick misplayed, charging in there, ignoring Leona. But we do have the... here comes All In, chasing back Apple on Drugs. They're doing a lot of damage. We do have the heal, but it isn't enough. Neon able to take on Apple on Drugs. The guy who killed trying to get out of there, flashing out, makes it back to her tower, but it might not be enough. Ooh, the ultimate by Neon, picking up the double kill. But here comes Made You Look and FF Sin. Are they going to turn this around? We don't have a lockup here. Oh, we do have McMisplay locked in. FF Sin trying to fight You Brother and All In. Here comes Andrew himself. This is not looking good for Cinnamon Rolls. You Brother is taking a lot of damage, but they are able to take down FF Sin as it is a 5-on-1. Jarvan pushing the top lane, probably going to be able to take this turret down because all of Cinnamon Rolls or Anxiety is here, and they are going to pick up Dragon. So that is a 2-0 and a Dragon uncontested for Anxiety.
Oh, that was a 3.
3-on-1. You're right. Absolutely right. I forgot about that. However, they do lose a turret because of it.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, totally. They are now ahead in kills. They are catching up in gold. They are now 5k behind instead of 6k. So they're still a bit behind, but the farm that they're going to get from this is probably going to push them a little bit past, or a little bit closer to that 34k. As the rest of Cinnamon Rolls has to recover here. It looks like we're seeing the opposite from Cinnamon Rolls, where they did really, really great in the laning phase, and the team fights are not doing so well now. Although that really wasn't much of a team fight because Cinnamon Rolls was caught off guard.
Right, it was one of those like tiered team fights, and the Nocturne always being so overpowered. So you're always like, oh, it's totally a 2-on-2, we can win this. And all of a sudden Nocturne comes in from nowhere, and you didn't see him on any of your wards. You're like, oh, no, it's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and then the rest of Anxiety collapsing in there was a great play for them, securing the kill, securing Dragon. Great play. Just great map awareness, great setup.
I said that top lane wasn't that important, but Anxiety hasn't gotten a single turret down yet. So that might actually be important.
Yeah.
Like, normally it's not that big of a deal if you're winning team fights and stuff, and they're like clearly winning team fights. Because of just all their AoE. But if they're not getting any turrets down for it, that could definitely become a problem.
Yeah, it leaves you open for... Oh, it looks like FF Sin has been surrounded by All In and Andrew himself. But FF Sin is just tanking it out, letting the turret do a lot of damage for her. And we do have 3... I don't know if they know Snitch is here. I have no idea if they know Snitch is here. We do have a ping on the ward, so they do know that is warded. I think Snitch is just patiently waiting. Trying to pick up, probably killing the end there.
Oh, McDisplay. Be careful.
Oh,
there, they know.
They know now.
Oh, unfortunately he whiffed it.
Yeah, wasn't really able to pick up anything there. That ward really giving away Snitch's position. So they didn't know he was there initially. It looks like the guy who killed might be setting up a ward or just kind of push people back. It looks like we're going back to normal laning, except for Snitch is in the middle, and now Rise is up top, I think, to try and shut down Your Brother, as Rise, or Made You Look, is 17, and Your Brother is a level behind him. And it looks like we're switching yet again. Snitch coming in, Made You Look in the middle. We do have a couple pings going on as Nocturne is here, so it is a 3-on-3 because FF Sin is here as well. We'll have to see if we have a good engage. Here comes All In, warding the Tri-Bush there and backing off. Ah, but who has the Oracle?
No,
it's a pink ward. Into that ward right off the bat. How are we doing for items? I do see a couple Infinity Edges.
Yeah, both of them, both ADs picked up Infinity Edges, but it looks like Corky, since not opting for the Doran's Blades, has finished up a Zeal a little bit faster, so he will be going for... Oh, it's a good fight on top, though.
Yeah, Snitch doing a lot of damage. Locking down Your Brother. Nice flash. Oh, Snitch flashes
flash
out with them. The Ignite goes off. And Snitch is able to take down Your Brother. Wow. Great play by Snitch. But Snitch is deep into enemy territory, so he might be caught out of here. But All In is moving pretty quickly, so he might be able to catch him with an ult.
No, he can't see him. So.
Yeah, he can't see him. And Made You Look coming in to try and protect him. Watching this bush very carefully. Great teamwork. Nice kill by Snitch. Just charging in. Oh, you get out of my ult. I'm just going to flash right out of it too and come right after you.
Yeah, Snitch went with Trinity Force, which is so strong on Jervin. Just tons of damage. And
it looks like the final outer turret has gone down for Anxiety. Anxiety doesn't have a single turret to their name. So that is not good for them.
Yeah, mid turret's like almost there. They're trying. Galio's pushing.
Yeah. However, the top and bottom turrets are almost full health. So Anxiety really needs to come in and take out some of these objectives here before it becomes too late.
Well, now they're at the point where they only have middle turrets, so
yeah,
bottom lane and top lane don't need to sit on those lanes anymore. So.
Alright, looks like we have some positioning going on here. FFSin coming in, Andrew himself backing off. So it looks like we're going back to, again, normal laning. However, we do have a lot of damage going on to Neon, but he is able to get out of there with his Valkyrie. How are we doing for items?
In middle lane, it looks like we have that Woda picked up by Rise, and it looks like Galio has gone with an Abyssal Scepter and also a Banshee's Veil. So pretty AP tanky, so having a lot of fun against Rise in middle, I'm going to guess. And jungle-wise, we have Sejuani has gone with Phage, built some magic resist.
The ult, grabbing all in, Made You Look, locking down all in, doing a lot of damage, and able to tank through Andrew himself. They take down all in, and that chase after Andrew himself as all of the team comes in. And it looks like they did lock Andrew himself down, but he's able to get back to his turret. Yo Brother and Mick Misplay coming in to help him out, followed by Neon. So looks like they are showing Baron. So charging and doing Baron. However, Andrew himself, Mick Misplay, and Yo Brother and Neon are there. So this is a 5-on-4. However, if they pick up the steal, that'll be really good for them. They do see that ward briefly. So we'll have to see. FFSin taking a lot of damage. Here comes Mick Misplay. Here comes Neon. Great coming in. A lot of damage going to Neon. Who's going to pick it up? Who's going to pick up Aaron? And it looks like it's going to Anxiety. Anxiety killing FFSin and, oh crap, I forgot the name. The guy who killed, but
they're all dying.
They're all dying now. Wow.
Yeah, that was really good, but the problem was...
Alright, let's go back and slow that down.
Neon took so much damage, and he died from Baron.
They were able to take down FFSin and the guy who killed. However, Apple on Drugs takes out Kennen, Yo Brother, and they chase down Andrew himself. Rise doing so much damage. Mick Misplay taking so much damage as well. Snitch picking up that kill, and it looks like Made You Look not coming in time to kill Andrew himself. Wow.
So, yeah, it was a really good plan if Neon didn't die from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because they did pick up the Baron. They did steal it, but
yeah, and they did get 2 kills. However,
yeah, it was a 3 for 2 when they're already behind, in bad position when it comes to lanes. So
yeah. So now all outer turrets have been destroyed. I thought they'd gotten middle turret, but I was mistaken.
No, but it looks like they're gonna go for 2 turrets.
Yeah, with that Graze and Snitch, or Apple on Drugs and Snitch, just doing so much damage. Snitch surprisingly built so tanky, but doing a lot of damage himself.
Yeah, Jarvins are just annoying. They're really tanky, and they can build for a lot of damage. All they need is Trinity Force really to do a truckload of damage.
Yeah, that's really starting to show as Snitch and Apple on Drugs just eating away at turrets, taking down these 2 turrets here. So we only have 1 middle turret left, but it looks like Anxiety is grouping up. Might be trying to push for a turret of their own, taking down this middle turret. No one's really there to answer for it except for FFSin.
Yeah, but it's low enough. They should be good. So they get 1 turret. Yeah.
Yeah, they finally got their first
turret. They got
a
decent wave, so they may be able to harass this turret down a little bit too.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Sejuani is very tanky, but against 5 players.
Yeah, focused it down the whole time. Very good. Now let's see if they don't get caught out.
All in locked down. They're probably going to take down all in, just focusing him down, able to take that out. But that's 2 turrets for 1 kill. And honestly, I think that's... Oh, but FF Sin
Sejuani.
charging in. The ult goes off, landing on your brother. They're focusing down your brother. Your brother is going down, flashes out, but it isn't enough. Andrew himself caught in the middle here. We do have the taunt. They're all focusing on him, saving Corky, but it's not... But it doesn't really help them out too much because Andrew himself is taken down, and they're pushing back. So a push from Anxiety turns into a massive push from Cinnamon Rolls as they are now going to take down this inner turret.
That could be the win.
That very well could be. The turret goes down. Here goes the inhibitor. 13 seconds till Nocturne comes back up. Looks like they are backing off. Probably try to get this turret next.
I would say they're going to play it safe, do a little split push, make sure to grab some more inhibitors. But yeah, I think they could have just pushed straight up into the... Because they had a wave with them, so...
Yeah, that's true, but again, this is best of one. They don't want to mess anything up. They are taking down that last inner turret for Anxiety, and the inhibitor is going to go down as well. Anxiety, ooh, almost. Anxiety just unable. Now we're really starting to see the snowball effect here as Cinnamon Rolls is 10,000 gold
so
ahead.
strong, but she just ulted someone and instantly did it. Well, also, it didn't help that they just kept all getting caught off guard, Nocturne was just in a bad position, and then he got caught. And instead of the team saying, oh, okay, we need to all go in and turn this into a team fight to save Nocturne, they just let him die and went to run away. And it seemed like they had a little too much indecisiveness, though. And then all of a sudden, Sejuani pops Shirelia's, charges up, and then whips her ultimate.
That was awesome.
I almost thought it was going to miss, too. I was like, oh, it kind of went wide. They're all, spread out really well. Maybe it won't hit them, and then it hit your brother.
Yeah.
And
well, the thing is, all it needs, because it detonates. At a certain point, it detonates. And if you're caught in the area of effect, you're still stunned. It's an area of effect.
Yeah, but I thought they were spread out enough to where they weren't going to have that problem. But your brother was just... Because if they were evenly spread, because that's what it looked almost like it was, Corky would have gotten it too. But Corky was just on the edge of it. Yeah. So if Kennen was a little farther out, he wouldn't have gotten caught. And then, honestly, Galio shouldn't have died at all. I think that was just, they were trying to figure out some kind of damage control, and Galio just waited too long. And they picked up a free kill with that one, too.
Yeah, and they got 2 turrets and 2 inhibitors because of that. And it looks like they're going to be focusing on this bottom lane, which does have a middle turret still. As all of Anxiety are here, how are we doing for items? I think builds are starting to get completed here. Jarvan has a Radowins now. Oh, boy.
Actually, most builds aren't really that complete. It's only 35 minutes. They're about halfway. I think it's more just that a lot of our matches haven't really gone this far. Yeah. So wow, builds are getting complete. It's like, no, actually.
More complete than we're used to seeing. We do have the Nocturne coming in, grabbing Apple on Drugs, focusing that the turret goes down, but they are focusing. The nice stun by Sejuani almost saves Apple on Drugs. Apple on Drugs does go down. We do have the ults from Yo Brother going down, doing tons of damage to teamfight. Rise able to take down Corky, though. Made you look pushed back. And it looks like Jarvan is able to take down Galio. Let's come in here. Let's see if Yo Brother is going to be able to do anything. He's all by himself. Made you look picking up the triple kill. Looks like we might see a quadra kill coming down. Mix misplay. Not able to do anything. And we are able to see the quadra kill.
Who got
with the ace?
Who got the other one?
I believe that was Apple on Drugs who got the first kill.
Yeah. That's still good. It's still a quadrant grenade. But I'm just saying, it's like when you're so close to Penta. It's still not as bad as when you're at a quadra kill and you're literally shooting the last person down and someone just comes up and kills them.
And that is game. Congratulations to Cinnamon Rolls for taking down Anxiety. Nicely played by Anxiety. Very good invade at the beginning. But, unfortunately, it looks like Cinnamon Rolls just did a lot of damage control, was able to rest and come back from that.
Yeah, that last fight, the ult from Sejuani was perfect. It hit everyone. And then Leona follows it up with her ult and hits everyone at the same time, too. And then there were only 2 stragglers that were on the outside, which is Yo Brother and Galio, which was Andrew himself. And they just got blasted down trying to chase out Apple on Drugs. So, really great fight.
So, congratulations to Cinnamon Rolls for advancing into the quarterfinals. As we approach the end of the or the middle way of the month.
That was like the end of the what?
The end of the what? I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, this tournament never ends. That is the monthly mayhem.
All right, so I'm going to stop the YouTube recording. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, do all those wonderful, wonderful things that help us. We are going to have a new YouTube channel soon, so we will bring that up to you guys as soon as we know what it is. But follow us on Twitter at LOL Monthly, or LOL Monthly. Yeah, it is LOL Monthly. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/monthlymayhem. Go to the LOL Report site. That has all the information on the Monthly Mayhem Tournament. Also, if you want to go to Owned, that's own3d.tv/power_underwhelming. Follow us on there as well. Watch our videos. Help us out. We want to get as many people watching this as humanly possible. So we will be back at, I believe it is 4:30 for the next match. So we do have 20 minutes here that we will be sitting on. We're going to take a little break. Going to get some things